Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa. This is my workshop. Okay, so in the last video, I had mentioned that I made my choice for my next build, and it's going to be this 72 Corvette. All right, this is an AMT Corvette in 1/25th scale. I had set out a number of plastic spoons that I had test painted for different colors on this Corvette. Among them were different shades of blue, some different shades of orange, and there was also, I think there was a clear red. Yeah. So anyway, I've made a choice, and I think I'm going to go with the X23, the candy blue. All right. I think that's going to look real nice on this Corvette. All right, so that's what I'm going to go with. X23 clear blue. Okay, now this is on a silver base. So here's your X23 right there. It's a Tamiya clear blue. Okay. And what I used for a base was the Kaleido metallic silver. Okay. So this was done with the Kaleido silver first, and then I shot the blue over the top of that silver. So that's what this car is going to be. All right. And I want to thank everybody who sent in their opinions and comments regarding that. And I'm going to show you how I've got things set up. Normally, what I do with a brand new build is I start my notes off right here. Okay. So here it is. It's a 72 Corvette by AMT. I have that pertinent information right up here at the top, the start date as well. And, I'll be filling this in as I go with the notes, and I'll put my color code right on the notes as well. So when everything is all done, it will all get filed in here. Okay, and here is the notes. Yeah, let me get this up here. Okay, here's the notes and so forth, and the instructions for the USAC build that I just completed. That's the 69 Camaro, and here are the notes for that. I can't hold it too close because I'm not allowed to really reveal a whole lot on the USAC build until after March 15th. But anyway, all of the notes and pertinent information for this will go right into that book. All right, it all starts right here, right now, right in the beginning of the build. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Well, listen, before we go up, let me show you this. My sponsor is Gallery, as you all know, and if you go to the descriptions, you will find the link for Gallery as well as Kaleido Paint. Well, it's all under Gallery. If you click on Gallery in their site, you will find the Kaleido paints. Anyway, if you put in my discount code right there, you will get 10% off of everything. Okay, and let's get this done and over with. Also, if you're a content creator and you want to swap shop cards, there is my mailing address right there. And if you would like a shop card, okay, you can send me an email. Okay, got that right there. Okay, and I have a lot of people who ask me. They say, "Well, I'm not a content creator, but can I still get a shop card?" Yes, of course. That's why I show you the email address. So if you're somebody that wants a shop card, even if you are not a content creator, I will be more than happy to send that to you. Okay, this Saturday, a couple of days away, the Long Island Auto Replica Society show in Freeport. Okay, right here on Long Island. All right, if you're going to be in the New York area or on Long Island, check out this show. It is a great time. I will be there. And if you are there and you see me, come on over and say hello. I'll be happy to shake your hand and say hello. This is a little bit further down the line. This is in March, the Long Island Replicon show. This is in the same spot, Freeport Rec Center, okay, right here on Long Island. And that is, let me see, March 28th. So, yeah, a little bit down the road, but I thought I would mention it to you. And the big show is NNL East at the end of April. That is in Wayne, New Jersey. Okay, let me hold that back so you can see everything. Okay, Wayne, New Jersey. That is April 25th at the Police Athletic League building. They have it there every year. And that building, you know, they've got a giant area. I think it's a gym, and it's huge. And that's where all the models are on display. And then I think it's two other really big rooms where all the vendors are. It's a big show. So if you have not been to NNL East and you are into this hobby, put it on your calendar and see if you can get there. It's a great time. Okay, my usual practice when I start a brand new build is I unpack everything and I put everything into the Dawn and Water bath up in the kitchen. So let's take a quick look at that, okay? Okay, so we're up here in the kitchen, okay? And this is where I fill up this great big, I guess, soup bowl or pot. And I fill this up with water and a little bit of Dawn, right? Just a little drop of Dawn in there. And I put all of my parts in there. So all of this has been washed in the Dawn. And really, when I say wash, I mean, I just let it soak in there for maybe about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. And then I use my toothbrush, okay? This is not the toothbrush I brush my teeth with. This is specifically for cleaning off the kits. And basically, I'll scrub things like the body, okay? And like, you know, the dashboard, okay? There we go. There's the dashboard, all right? You know, things like the engine block and so forth. I won't scrub all of the little parts and so forth down here, but they all go into the Dawn and Water solution. So let's head back downstairs and I'll show you where this goes next. Okay, so we're back down here in the workshop, and these are actually the grids that you just saw upstairs, and these grids actually go with the dehydrator. I blot everything off and dry it. I use a microfiber towel, okay? There we go. So I use that to blot off all of the moisture and so forth. And but, you know, a lot of these pieces, you know, you have little recessed areas. Let's bring this over here in the light. Okay, there you go. A lot of these pieces, you know, have little recessed areas down in here where you get little bits of moisture that kind of remain, and it's difficult to get your towel down in those little recessed areas. So after initially drying things off with the microfiber cloth, I will put everything into the dehydrator for about a half an hour, okay? And that will ensure that any residual moisture that may remain on any of the parts down in those little recessed areas will be dry, because you want this to be 100% dry before you begin priming and so forth. Now, of course, before the priming, I'm going to sand everything. So, you know, it's a bit of a process getting your build ready to go. And, you know, these are the procedures that I go through. You know, of course, I mentioned that I check for things like flash or any dents and divots or whatnot that might be, you know, on any of the parts or the body in particular. I showed that in the last video. And, you know, so this is just my procedure. All right, so hang on. Okay, so those of you who have been with me and follow my channel, you know that typically what I do is I separate all the parts. Okay, now all the parts you just saw are still in the dehydrator drying, but after that's all dried and sanded, they will be separated according to their color, okay? And the color code, this is why I was excited in the last video that AMT provided a color code here alphabetically. All right, and I follow this, and I set up my organizers the same way, okay? So A would be black, okay, and here's my black right there, and then B is flat black, right, same as we have here, and so on through the color code. Now, this kit has a lot of colors. Normally with this, I can fill up, you know, this organizer with all the parts, and this is sufficient. But in this case, I ran out of room, and I had to jump over, and I needed 8 more containers. So this is another organizer that I use, and the bins are just a little bit bigger. And I'm holding this camera in my right hand, and I'm trying to open this with my left hand, and I just can't do it. Hang on. Okay, I paused the camera and set it down so I could use 2 hands to open this. And you know what? Even with 2 hands, this thing didn't want to open. So anyway, so this is another organizer. And as I mentioned, the bins are just a little bit bigger. And I continued on with the alpha code and the appropriate color corresponding to this. And yeah, that's just the way I go about setting things up for a brand new build. Yes, the Peterbilt wrecker is still sitting here. I'm going to get back to that. As I said, that's just my procedure. And, you know, as I have mentioned in other videos, you know, I went through my normal procedure of making sure all the tools and so forth are put away and setting up all the organizers so I am ready to go, topping off things like thinner and all that. So yeah, that's how this is gonna go with this build. So this is just a quick little video to show you my setup procedures for this Corvette. And as you can see, my 3 builds for the upcoming show are still sitting here. Those will get packed up. I've got all bubble wrap down here for when I go to shows and so forth. So we're going to be getting ready to go this Saturday. Okay, so I think that's going to kind of do it for this video. So I appreciate you tuning in once again, and please hit the subscribe button. And if you're on the Facebook side watching, jump over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button again for me, and I will see you in the next video.